Okay, ladies, let's get started. So have a lie down on your back. We're going to start in our reclining butterfly today. So soles of the feet together, just allowing your knees to fall out wide. And you can even take your arms down by your sides or take them up above your head and hold on to the opposite elbows. Relax your body, lengthen your spine. So draw your chin to your chest. Draw your shoulders back and down, and think at the front of your body, your ribs sliding towards your hips so your spine is neutral. And as you relax here with your knees falling out wide, focus on your breathing. So as we breathe in, try to inflate all the way around your core. And as you breathe out, gently contract in your core. So try to focus on that as you relax. Breathing in through your nose and expand your waist. And breathe out of your nose as you gently draw in, like a big belt tightening up around you. So just to wind down from your day, let's focus on taking 4 deep breaths to focus on your breathing, coordinating with your core contraction. Bring your knees together, step your feet wide apart. Again, you can leave your arms where they are. And we take our knees now in towards the center of your mat. Feet go as wide as they can go, both knees coming in towards each other. So you're getting some internal rotation through your hips. You might feel it around the backs of your hips. You might feel it more in the front of your hips. Anywhere around that hip region is fine. So again, as you relax here, focus on your breathing again. And then we move our arms out to the sides, palms of the hands facing up. Step your feet wide apart and take your knees up to the ceiling, and we gently rotate side to side. Just start to loosen through your back, through your hips. Feet are on the ground and the knees are pointing up, and gently rotating across. Backs of the shoulders pressing into the ground. Try to extend through the fingertips from one hand to the other. Breathing in to rotate. Breathing out back to the center. And after we've done a few there, we're going to start to then bring our legs together. Ankles and knees touching. And let the top leg roll on top of the bottom leg as you turn your neck in the opposite direction. And then the same, come back to the center, breathe in, rotate your knees across, turn your ear, breathe out back to center. Each phase of our movement is initiated with our breathing. So your practice is mindful and focused. Move slowly and smoothly. Always think of keeping really good technique. And then let's bring our knees to center and hug them in towards our chest. And let's do some lower back flexions, curling the tailbone up and then pressing it back down again. Just getting a nice stretch through your lower back. Relax your shoulders back and down. Avoid tensing through your neck, your shoulders. And then let's let go of our left leg, stretch it out along the floor, hug your right knee in. Get that nice stretch around the back of your right hip. Roll your shoulders back and breathe deeply. Just take a couple of breaths in and out of your nose. Lift your head and shoulders up. Get your shoulder as close to your knee as you can. Then rest your head down and take your leg to the ceiling and flex your foot. So push your heel up. Pull your toes down, hold behind the back of your leg and draw it in towards you. And then with your core contracted, slowly lower that leg down to the ground. We'll do the same on the other side. Breath in, take your knee in. Get the stretch around the back of the hip. Breath out, lift your head and shoulders up. Abdominal contraction. Breath in, head down, leg extends to the ceiling. Get the hamstring stretch, and a breath out, lower your legs slowly down, engaging your core. breath in, right knee back in. Breath out, lift your head and shoulders up. Breath in, head down, leg extends to the ceiling, hug it in. Breath out, lower the leg down. Breath in, left knee comes in. Breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. So just keep going with this. We'll do one more of these on each side. And using your breath to initiate the movements. Chin to your chest. Breathing in and out of your nose. And then we're going to bend our knees up towards ourselves so the heels come towards the back of your hips. Your feet are on the ground. And we're going to rock the pelvis forwards and backwards into the arch and back to the tailbone. Little pelvic tilts into the arch, back to the tailbone. And as we start to loosen the lower back, we activate the core as we flatten the back down. And then we roll the spine all the way up. Chin to your chest, stretch your fingers down to your heels. Take a breath in. And breathe out, roll back down again. Breathe in when you get to the bottom. Breathe out, roll the spine back up again. Lifting the spine one vertebra at a time. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out, roll the spine back down. Keep this going. So just feel if there's any tension in your back and you can work at releasing it this evening. Be mindful, be focused on where you are tense. Is it your hips? Is it your back? Maybe you're tensing your neck and your shoulders. Maybe you're clenching your teeth. So just bring awareness to your jaw all the way through the body. One more time. And the next time when you lift your hips up to the ceiling, stay up at the top. Just hold it there. Lengthen your knees forward. Imagine your thigh bones extending out of your hip sockets. And switch on your glutes to keep you balanced here. Take 2 more deep breaths to hold. And then slowly roll your spine back down again. Good work. Okay, we're going to flip over onto our tummies next. So we're going to come into our W arm position. So as you lie on your tummy, elbows are out to your sides, chin to your chest. Look down at the floor. Have your feet slightly apart. Relax your lower body, and then we start to lift and lower your chest. When you lift your chest up, just pause there briefly, 3 seconds, and then lower the chest back down again. Breathe in, lift the chest up. Think of your shoulder blades sliding backwards, and then slowly back down again. And if you feel your back starting to warm up, maybe you can start to push a little bit higher with your hands and slowly come back down again. So always listen to your body, don't go too far too soon. Warm yourself up and just work within that comfortably uncomfortable range. So you can make some change to your body. A little bit of a challenge. Just pausing at the top each time. Tuck your chin into your chest. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Breathing in to raise up. Breathing out to lower back down. Keep that going. Getting a little bit more movement each time. And then we start to bring in our little rotation. So keep one elbow down as the other arm straightens. Turn your neck to look over the shoulder of the straighter arm and slowly come back down. So the elbow stays down on one side as you get a lift and a rotation. Make it come just through your upper back though, upper body, so the hips stay square on the ground. Try to turn your neck, look behind you, get your neck involved as well. Pausing briefly, just holding it at the top each time, 3-5 seconds. Feel the muscles in your mid-back contracting, activating, starting to switch on a little bit more effectively. Breathing in to raise up, breathing out to lower down. Let's go one more each way. Take rest whenever you need to. Listen to your body. Beautiful, and relax to the ground. Now bring your arms down by your sides. Rest your forehead to the mat. Scoop your belly up inside you. And we're going to rotate our shoulders backwards, flicking our thumbs out to the side so your palms are facing down. And then rotate your shoulders back in again. So as we're doing this, we turn the palms outwards. The palms are facing down, the thumbs are flicking up. And then you rotate your shoulders in. So we're getting external rotation through the shoulders. So make sure it's your shoulders working, not just your forearms turning. And then internally rotate back in. Breathe in, squeeze your shoulder blades together and slightly down your back. And breathe out to rotate back in. Now you can either keep your forehead resting on the ground as it is, or start to lift your chest up with this. Hover your nose just off the floor. So it's not a big lift, it's more of a lengthening effect. Breathe in, rotate, stretch your fingers down to your feet. And breathe out to lower back down. Scoop your belly in, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, lengthen through the crown of your head. And really feel those postural muscles in the middle of your back working for you. Let's do 4 more of those. But again, take rest if you need it. And then we're going to take our right arm out to the right side and turn the right cheek to the mat. And with your left hand, use your left hand and your left leg to rotate you backwards. So we're in our scorpion stretch now. So this is to feel the stretch through your chest and the front of your shoulder. It's a spinal rotation too, so you might feel it anywhere through your back. And you might even feel it in the hip as you open your knee up to the ceiling. So it's a good multi-purpose stretch, this one. So find a place where you can relax. And again, return to your breathing. Focus your mind on breathing in and out of your nose. Good, good. And then come up onto all fours. Let's come onto our hands and knees. Make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. And we're just prepping our mid-back muscles by allowing our chest to sink down towards the ground without bending your arms, just through your back this is. And then push away from the floor. So we're just getting that little bit of movement between your shoulder blades. Allowing the chest to sink down, come down as far as you can. Then push away from the floor. So you're really lifting out of your shoulder joints. And as we're on all fours here, we make sure we have our core contracted. So we're always working our core muscles. Draw the belly up and sides. So this isn't a press up position. We're not bending at the elbows. We're just moving the shoulder blades up, away from the ribs at the back there. And then we're drawing them down as we lift away from the floor. So we're just going to do a couple more of those. It's pretty tricky if you're a little bit inactive in those muscles, so practice this frequently if you can. And then we push the chest down, and then lift it away. Lift out of the shoulders, lift out of your hips, and then leading with your thumb, we're going to raise one arm out in front of us. Think of the opposite shoulder. Draw the shoulder blade down away from your ear. So you're creating some space between your ear and the top of your shoulder. Scoop the belly in, bring that arm back down, and then do the same on the other side. So we raise the arm up, lead with your thumb, rotate that shoulder back, and then back down. Now let's move to the lower body. We extend the leg out behind. Don't lift it too high, think of lengthening, and again, lift out of your shoulders. Bring that knee back down again, and the other side, extend the leg out, centering yourself, pushing away from the floor through your arms, and back down again. Work around the body, one limb at a time. Breath in, raise up, breath out, back down. Breath in, raise the other arm, breath out, back down. Breath in, extend one leg out behind, hips level, belly contracted, come back down, and then extend the other leg out behind. Keep lifting out of your shoulders. Now you can keep working around your body, one limb at a time. This is your first level to make it a little bit easier. If you're ready, you can go opposite arm and leg at the same time, so level 2. Making it a little bit more challenging on your balance. But the primary focus here is that your core contracts and your shoulders are lifting away from the floor, so you're really active through all of your spine, all of your core muscles. Breathe in to raise and breathe out to lower. Good work, excellent. Come back up onto all fours. So let's move the spine this time. We're going to arch the spine up. Bring your chin down, curl your tailbone under, and then move back through to neutral spine. And then a little lift in the chest as you draw your shoulders back. Extend. Breathe out to neutral. Breathe in, flex your back up, tuck your chin in. Breathe out to neutral. Breathe in to extend. Let's do 4 more of those. Make your back move through those 2 ranges, and again, recognize where you're holding your tension. But try to breathe into the movement so you can help release that portion of your back. You can recognize where you hold your problem spots. You can do something about it. Learn the movements that will help. Let's do 2 more of those. Your neck as well. Beautiful, and then come back to neutral. Now we're going to flip over onto our back. Let's put some attention into your core muscles more. So lie down in neutral. With your fingers, just touch into the lower abdomen. Big inhalation, so you inflate through your core again. And as you breathe out, contract your core. Just feel the muscles under your fingers just slightly sinking, tightening up a little bit, and try to hold that contraction in. And let's do our single tabletops. One leg lifting at a time and alternating to the other leg. Just keep your breathing flowing in and out of your nose. And if you feel you lose that core contraction, just stop and reset yourself up. Don't just keep moving. The most important part is the contraction. The movements are just to increase the load on your core. Then we add in a leg extension. So single tabletop, extend the leg forwards. A bit harder on the core to keep pulled in. Back to tabletop, back down to the ground. Other leg, single tabletop, extend the leg forwards. Back to the tabletop, back down to the ground. Keep that going. And then we're gently going to roll up to sitting. Come up to a position where you can have your legs bent and you can hug around the back of your legs. To make that roundness through your spine, tuck your chin down. Feel your shoulder blades separating. Holding onto your legs, we can lift our chest forwards, grow tall, roll those shoulders back and down, get the length in your neck, and then go back into that C shape again. Scoop the belly in, bring your chin down, come coming back up. Breath in, lift nice and tall. And a breath out to round into your back again. And again, here's another exercise where you can really focus on the mobility of your spine. So if you're getting movement in one portion of your body, but not in another, try to really focus on the curling of your spine. So tuck your tailbone under, sink back into your mid-back, bring your chin right down into your chest. So you can get it in the back of your neck even. And getting a little resistance back from your legs. And then we start to make this more of a core exercise as well, by letting go of our hands, letting go of our legs, coming into a roll back, and then coming forwards and lengthening out of the spine again. Tuck the tailbone under and roll back slightly, and then coming up nice and tall again. Keep that going. Tuck under and roll back. And then draw yourself up and sit tall. Breathing out to roll back. Breathe in to hold. And breathe out, come forwards. Breathe in, sit tall. And if you feel that hurts your back, you can just hold on and just work with the mobility portion more. We'll do 2 more of those. Again, listen to your body when you need to take breaks. Beautiful. And our last one, we're going to stay back there. Either hold on or extend your arms forwards and think of that big belt of muscles tightening up around you. Your belly pulling in, even the sides of your waist drawing inwards, like you have a natural corset on. It's being drawn in all the way around. Take 1 more deep breath to hold. Breathe in and out of your nose. And then bring yourself forwards and come back up again. Beautiful. Extend your legs out in front of you. And then bring yourself up nice and tall. Take that knee up to the ceiling. Hold on to the front of your shin and use that little bit of leverage to draw yourself along the front of your thigh. And as you do that, roll your shoulders back, tuck your chin in. Think of the spine growing nice and tall and the lengthening of your leg out in front of you. So you get 90 degrees through your body. If you're tight in your lower back, you might find that a little hard to sit up tall. So getting that little extra bit of leverage can really help get the length out of your lower back. Take 1 more deep breath there. Beautiful. And then take the foot across your thigh. And we're going to hug it in around. So bring your other hand down on the floor and using your right arm, we're going to hug it around. Look over your back shoulder. You might be able to nudge it across a little further by bringing your elbow on the outside of that knee and drawing it further across. And that hand can either stay to the ceiling or you can lower it down to the ground. Breathe in to sit tall. Draw your shoulders back and down. Breathe out to rotate. Release back to the center. Unravel your legs. And let's do the same on the other side. So letting the knee fall out, feeling the stretch on the inside of your hip, extending your other leg out in front, square yourself off and then hinge yourself forwards. Draw your chin to your chest. Try to create that length in the back of your neck. Breathe. And each time you breathe out, sink a little bit deeper. We're trying to create length in the spine as well as hinging forwards. Draw your belly up inside you. Support your back as you lean forwards. We're going to come into a diamond-shaped leg position this time, and just rock side to side so you're sitting on top of your sit bones. If your legs are in close towards your pelvis, you'll tend to find the stretches more in the inside of your hips. If your feet are a little bit further away, you're going to feel it more around the back of your hips. So wherever, you can try both of them out and see where you're most tight. If you're tighter in the hips at the front, go ahead and bring the feet in. If you want to get the stretch around the glutes, move them a bit further away. And you might find there's quite a difference from a couple of inches in to just that extra little space out in front of you. Pick a spot where you feel it as a challenging stretch. And then if you can, either lengthen your spine to sit up taller or start hinging forwards to increase the lean. And once you've got a position where you can feel that stretch, again, use your breath to see if you can just hold it there and then move through it a little bit more. Breathing in to expand all the way around your core. Breathing out to gently contract in. So here we're going to move into a little bit more of a strength-based exercise again. We're going to have our hands shoulder width apart, and from your child pose position, we're going to raise up onto the hands and knees. We bend at the elbows to lean forwards. We push back up and sink back down onto your sit bones. Breathe in to come up and over. Breathe out to push back and sit down. So we do want to put our weight on our arms. Tuck your elbows in nice and close. So this is to strengthen through your upper body, particularly the backs of the arms and the shoulders. But again, this is a full body workout. Each exercise works much more than just isolated areas. Breathe in, up and over. Breathe out, push back and sit down. Scoop the belly in. Lean forwards. So visualize an extra hand length in front of your current fingertips, and that's where you aim for your nose to go. Lean over, lean forwards. Your weight is on your hands. It doesn't matter if you can't go all the way down, just work in a short range until you've got that good technique, and then you develop deeper into it. See if you can do 4 more of those. Draw your shoulders backwards as you lean forwards. Good work. This is a pretty tough one, this one. We're generally quite weak in the upper body, so we want to build that strength in the upper body, in the shoulders, the back, the neck. And when you're finished those 4, sit back into your child pose again. Beautiful. And then come back up to sitting. We're going to finish off in our crescent moon exercise tonight to signify the lunar eclipse coming up. So we better do that one. So lie on your back and take your arms up above your heads. Extend your legs out in front of you as well. So as you lie here on your back, walk your feet over to the right. Place your left ankle across your right ankle. So you're getting that length through the lower body. And then with your upper body, let's do the same. Walk your shoulders over to the right and place your left hand into your right hand so you look like the crescent moon shape. Make sure your shoulders and your hips are square to the ground. If you don't feel the stretch anywhere down that left side of your body, move your legs or move your shoulders a little further over. But once you find that spot where you've got a good stretch, just relax and breathe into it. And already you should start to feel a stretch down the outside of that right hip. And then take your arms above your head and walk your shoulders over to the left also. Place your right hand into the palm of your left hand. Feel your body opening out into that big crescent moon shape. Take your neck slightly with you as well, so your ear comes towards your shoulder. Scan through your body, from your toes, working all the way up your body to your fingertips. Takes a while to unravel out of that one. Good, and when you're ready, roll over, bend your knees up, roll over onto your right side. Just take a moment to come up. We're going to tuck our toes underneath ourselves. Come over onto your knees. Rock back onto your feet. And then lower your head down. Bend your knees slightly so you're not locking out your legs. So just take hold of the opposite elbows. Your head hanging to the ground, your arms just hanging loosely, and just sway side to side. Just let everything release forwards. Release out of your shoulders, release out of your neck. Nod yes, nod no. Just make your head go really floppy, your neck go really long. Nice tractioning of the spine. One more deep breath there. And then we're going to bring our hands to our thighs and look up. Get your head up above your heart before you stand. And then slowly curl the spine under and roll back up to standing. Breathe in, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Breathe out slowly back down. Big breath in, reach up. Fill up your lungs. Breathe out back down. One more. Beautiful. Thank you.